Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. How is everybody today? I hope you're doing well. I am not filming the whole video right now. I am wanting to talk to you a little bit about the process of backing this. Today is Monday, the 17th of April. And I haven't been able to be in my craft room very much this weekend, so I'm not done with backing this, but I'm hopeful that today I can work on this, but I actually am going to focus on some cleanup today, so I don't know how much I'll get done. Okay, so having said that, what is, it's in my ring, oh my goodness. Anyway, sorry. Having said that, let's talk about where we're at and what I've done so far. So I have a note on the front here. I figured out how I want to trim this out because I'm really not happy with how this looks around this edge. It really is bothering me. So this morning I'm like, oh, I can do that to fix it. Anyway, sorry, it's a texture thing. I had to touch it. I'm telling you, I have to clean up. Anyway, what was I saying? Squirrel. Okay, oh yeah, so I have a note on here what I want to do. All right, and I just paper clipped that because I just wanted you to kind of see. Here, let me move this. So this is where we are. I did a Tracy Fox in the background there. Love Jack Journals, one of her digitals as a whole on there because I like that purple. And I think actually with what I'm wanting to do, it's going to play out very well. But let me move that. So, you know, I was doing a lot of really... I won't say, let's just say I was making a lot of errors when I was working on this on Saturday, and I was like, just walk away, because I have this white bit here. I had intended to have that line of the digital on that edge. It didn't work out, but that's okay. I'll figure out how to cover that somehow. So I did have to walk away because I was getting frustrated. And then just kind of throughout the day, Saturday and Sunday, I came back to it. And so this is what I have so far. This is one of the beautiful tailor-made journal digitals. And then I just have some music paper here over these panels. And then this page is out of Rachel at Roxy Creations Digital. And then I don't have this finished, but I wanted to show you the corners and what I did. Just to help stabilize this. Oh, I got glue right there. It's all right. Anyway, so that's where we are. So you have, I'll show you this little corner here. So that would be what I cut out of one of these corners to get that mitered edge here so that I could protect the corners of the paper. So basically, if I wanted to, I would do just kind of a, so if let's just draw this on here. I'll show you. So say we have this piece of paper is not big enough. Let's do something bigger. Here, I'll just do this. All right. So say we are folding, oh, that was an image I was keeping. I guess not now. All right. So I'll draw on here so you can see, like, say this is the corner of your envelope and you're wanting to miter that corner so you get a nice fold. You just come in at an angle to that fold point, tilt your scissors a little, and then an angle there. I hope that makes sense. So now when we glue this corner here, that's going to come down, and see how that's coming in on that edge like that. And then this one is going to fold in, okay, like so. And then it gives you a nice corner, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe you can see it better that way. It just gives you a nice corner. And then now the corner of that envelope is protected and stabilized because we've mitered it, so it's gonna lay. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so having said that, I'm going to finish covering this. So I have, this is out of a Modern Priscilla magazine, and I just love the image. So it's gonna overlap that fold. And then I have this from Rachel's kit that I really want on the back panel. I think that's going to be really pretty. I just need to cut it down some, and then I'll have that. I wish I would have thought my way through it and not cut it already so that I would have a bigger piece to work with, but that's okay. I don't actually know. Maybe I took that off the top. I did, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. All right, so I'm just going to continue to work on this, figure out what else I want on here. And I'm overthinking this, so I'm assuming that you're having an easier time with backing it if you're following along. Hopefully you're having an easier time than I am, but like, again, I'm just overthinking it and trying to get my creative flow going again. It's just, my plate's very, very full right now. So I'm just trying to do this as I'm enjoying it and I'm trying not to let it stress me out. When I get frustrated with it, I'm walking away. So that way it is a project of love and not a project of frustration. So, oh, I also, you'll see here, I folded over the top my papers as well to stabilize the tops of those envelopes. And that's just gonna add more strength, you know, instead of just ending my paper right at the very top like I did on this front panel, you know, but it'll be okay. I did fold that one over. So yeah, I folded it over. I guess I did fold it over on all of them. Never mind. But anyway, that's just gonna give some strength to the tops of those envelopes because, you know, that kind of paper is like a lighter weight paper, probably 20 pound they're making those out of, and not going to withhold being used as a journal. So now we've got some stability added with it. So I'm happy with this so far. I'm liking how it's looking, and these are just us backgrounds. So as we add pockets and stuff and embellish it, it's, you know, going to change. So it's going to look different. But I'm really excited about it. Hopefully you're enjoying working on yours. I know, Bernice, you said you're kind of following along, which I think is fantastic. Thank you for letting me know that. And then, yeah, but see what I mean? But that is the back panel. I just think it's going to be so pretty. So, okay, that's it for now. I'll be back in a little bit, and hopefully this will be done, and we'll be ready for the next part of the process. Okay, it is much later in the day. I've been cleaning up in here, trying to clean up, trying to organize a little bit. Oh my goodness, I don't need to be thrifting or yard selling or any of that stuff. I can tell you guys that right now. So I am really going to try to focus on using what I have, and I have to downsize my stuff. I just can't, mentally I can't do it. That's one thing about having been in the RV for 5 months and working out of my totes and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, all the stuff I have at home. And I mean, I didn't even scratch the surface of trying to clean up or organize. And so honestly, I'm at a point where I'm about ready to start pitching stuff. Little scraps, papers I don't like. I don't even know. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Okay, having said that, I started kind of trying to put some papers in here. Excuse me, I have a tickle. And basically, they're all the same. All the signatures are essentially the same. I've got a piece of coffee dyed paper. I have a piece of music paper. A piece of the TaylorMade journals digital, which I may pull out because it's the only digital I have in the signature itself. So actually I think I am going to pull that out, and I'm going to put another piece of coffee dyed paper in here. Or, you know what I'm thinking? Actually, let's do a smaller, let's see, are any of these actually sewn together? I think these are, because this is the glue book I was using on the trip. I just have to find a new signature here. Yeah. Oh, well, right here we can do this. Okay, so width-wise, I think this will work. So let's see if I can do this without completely wrecking these. You can see they're sewn together right there on the edge. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling that and not actually cutting those threads. It's going to tear those papers. So let's just cut them And I'm just running my knife. I need to take this out to Mark and have him, I'm always afraid, these have like the, it's like, I don't know if you can see that or not. The blades are scored, so as you use your blades, you can pop them off so that you can get a new blade. But oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. It truly frightens me to do that. So I always take it to him. I'm like, can you take a blade off for me? And I just get these at Harbor Freight for like, I don't know, $1 or something. They're great little knives, but man, it scares me to break that blade, which is really funny. Like, haha, because I do all kinds of stuff. I'm not afraid, but that I am. Okay, so we've got our threads here in the middle. Let's get those out of the way. Oh, well, maybe. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull out 3 of these. So that way we've got, I may have to reinforce them. Obviously, I mean, it's vintage book page, so it is fragile. But, and this is old enough. I'm pretty sure there's no potty language in it. If there is, I apologize. I'm not going to read all the pages. I'll just kind of keep an eye on it and see. So let's see here. Okay. Okay. And remember, I'm only going to do 5 pages per signature because this thing is going to get really chunky once we start embellishing it. So let's pull these out. And I'm still going to use them, but in a different way. Okay, so, and I don't want text on text. So let's put it here. Oh, I like that. I like all the caramelized colors and stuff. And obviously this is too big, but it's just all the same. So a piece of coffee dyed paper, a book page, a music page, a book page, and then let's do one more coffee dyed paper and call it good. We'll just have 5 in each, 5 pages in each. And some of this is lighter weight paper that's dyed, and that's okay because it's going to work just fine. I have the heavier paper on the front. Let's see which colors we like best. Okay, so 1, 2, that one's a little crazy, but it's pretty. Okay. That's a heavier one. Let's do these lighter ones. Even though I like the color, that's a little bit of a thicker paper. I think it's 32 pound, and this is either going to be 20 or 24. But as we embellish, it'll add some, to it, and we can use it with no issue. And then we'll just put that in the middle of each one. Okay, so I'll finish putting these together and rearranging the signatures. And then when I come back, maybe we'll embellish a page, and then I'll end this video and just kind of keep moving along on it. So if you are working on this or you have any questions about it, please make sure you let me know. And yeah, just reach out. Say, hey, I have a question. You know, you guys can email me. You can, just comment on the video. You can, any of that, any of the methods by which you can reach me. I'm happy to try to answer questions if I can. Okay, I'll be back. Hi guys. Okay, yes, for you it's the middle of the video. For me it's days later. I don't even know. This is Thursday. I have no idea what day I started filming this episode or this whole video. If you hear chaos in the background, there's a cat in here. One of the things that we came home to was a cat. And she's actually sweet and she's really cute, but we didn't have a pet on purpose. And so that's one of the many things we're adjusting to. Okay, so I don't know where I left off because I did not review. Let's see, we switched out the papers. I did that. I spent some time the other day just trying to have some quiet, and I fussy cut some of the pieces, the ephemera from Tracy's kit, a couple of the envelopes from Lorna's kit. I started to fussy cut this doily from Roxy Creations, and I'm like, I don't like the way this is looking. It's me, it's the way I've cut it. So I'm going to come in and go around this edge and take the little crocheted pointy tips off. But I set it aside because I got tired of fussy cutting. I have some scraps here, and what I think we're going to do with these is maybe dye them in the variety of purple inks, and then we'll stamp some sentiments or whatever on them to use them throughout the journal possibly. Not going to do that in this video, and I do want to get messy. I really need to work on a messy project, but that's not what I'm going to do today. So what I am going to do is I was watching, what's her name? Camellia Craft. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. Julie over there, she's so funny. And so what she was making was this cute little, oh, let's use the butterfly. Cute little, oh, was that loud? Oh my gosh, I bet it was. I am so sorry. Ooh, or this one. Let's move it away from the recording device. Okay. And I wanted to make one for this journal, and also maybe I'll make two, and then we'll have it for the ideas journal as well. So she took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and she scored it at 4-inch increments. Okay, that's longer than 12, so that's got the extra on the top. Well, how fun is that? Okay, well, we're still gonna score it at 4-inch increments. Excuse me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut this at 6 inches. Hey, you stop it. Let me cut this at 6 inches. Sorry, I just hit the phone with the paper. She's under my table in here, and she is all wound up this morning. Oh my gosh, so wound up this morning. She wants to play. And there's nothing under there that I'm aware of because I just vacuumed under there the other day. But she's been on a tear all morning wanting to play. We have a little mouse on a string toy that we had from our last cat. And I mean, we haven't had a pet in 3 years. And so coming home to a cat was a little shocking. Anyway, it doesn't help that I'm allergic too. Okay, so 6 inches, and then we're scoring at 4 and at 8, okay? At 4 and at 8. Oh, that's really pretty on that side too. And then on this one, we're scoring, that's got an extra 1/2 inch on there. Well, I think I'm gonna cut that off, and then we'll have that strip that we can use, or we leave that. See? And have that as the one side of our pocket and this as the other side of our pocket. No, I'm going to do it like Julie did, but I do like that strip. Okay. So anyway, I don't have one made to show you what we're making, and hopefully I can remember this. I may have to pause you and rewatch, but I should be okay. All right. So we scored at both of them at the 4-inch increments, okay? 4 and 8. I probably should have made one before I started deciding to teach you guys how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna set my scoreboard aside. And I do need my circle punch. I hear you. Okay, we'll need our circle punch. You're gonna need some glue, whatever glue you want, okay? And then let's ink this. So I do want that to show. Oh, you know what? That's gonna cut off if I do it the way she did it. I could reverse it. You know, we're allowed to change things up if we want. She glued this to this side. I'm going to glue this to this side because I don't want to cut that flower off. So, yeah. Okay, ink. What color? Brown. Let's just go with brown. So, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, I know for you this is the same video, but for me this is a different video. So, cuckoo. And I am cuckoo today. Mark's making fun of me. He thinks it's really funny. I'm pretty fired up. I gotta tell you, my son and I are having some strong disagreements at the moment. And Oh, that kid is making me crazy. He thinks he's an adult, but he's behaving like a toddler. And it's really upsetting me. So, we're having some issues with disrespect. I think I said at the beginning of, I don't know if it was this video or the last video, I mentioned courtesy. You know, he's 19. He was here by himself when we were gone, which is totally fine. I mean, we allowed it. And he's just not growing up. And I understand that he's got some, how do I say this? He does have some issues that he doesn't mature as fast as other people his age. And that can be quite frustrating. And I did not cut that the same height. Now what did I do? It's okay, I'll trim it. I'll trim it. Is that one 6 inches? Look, I'm not telling you guys 6 inches and I didn't even cut it straight, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you could, yeah, I cut that 1/8 of an inch short. So I'll just trim 1/8 of an inch off this one. And you could do this with a 6x6 pad too. That would be kind of cool, I think. But anyway, so we're just having some growing pains right now, and I'm ready to load the RV up and take off again, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm just gonna trim that by hand because I know I'm gonna cut that crooked, and I don't want to cut that crooked. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is this is gonna be a pocket. Okay, am I doing this right? Yes, I'm doing it right, because then this is a pocket and then that's a pocket. Okay, we're okay. We are okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to glue 3 edges of this, because this is gonna be a top loading pocket, okay? So, and I need to thumb notch that before I glue it. It'll make sense once I do it. We'll do a second one and then it won't be so scattered. I watched the video days ago, so just gonna ink that real quick. Real quick like. Okay, and so this one, oh, we're gonna do this way, right? Okay, so 3 edges, you know, and if you get close to the edge, then you don't take up much of your pocket space, right? So, and the art glitter glue should hold. I have not opened the new glue. I told you I got the Barely Art glue, and I got a new, I mean, obviously, I said I ordered new art glitter glue. I don't need to open the art glitter glue because I still have this one. But anyway, I have not opened the Barely Art glue either. I'm trying to finish this bottle up because it's getting kind of crazy. Yeah, I've diluted it a couple times and it's almost empty. But okay, so we want to be inside this score line here, just inside it. Okay, and then try to get it straight and make sure you know you're lined up. Okay, and then that's gonna give us a pocket. Okay, so then we're going to just smoosh that down, make sure it's adhered properly and straight, Jody, straight. Okay. All right. And we'll trim that top off, you know. And actually, if I'd have known I was going to cut it crooked, I'd have left the other strip on it. But I can't cut a straight line anyway. You guys know this about me. Okay. And actually, that should be the only one we have to trim because of how we're going to do this pocket. Okay, now let me think my way through it. So then this one is going to fold on itself. And you can do this from either direction. So let me think. I want this one to be like this. Do I really like ledgers though, but it's okay. So this one's going to be like this. Hopefully you're seeing that. Okay. And this is going to also be a pocket. And we'll just ink around that edge super quick. I'm like, I should have inked before I started filming, but I cut it when I was filming, so that makes 0 sense, but that's how I am. Another thing Mark is making fun of me for right now is that words are eluding me, like, oh my gosh. And again, it's really funny to me how stress presents itself and how it impacts. And I mean, I'm not making fun of stress, because believe me, I'm like, oh my gosh. Told him this morning, I said, maybe I should have doubled my blood pressure medication this morning, because I'm pretty wound up. And he says, I've been doubling mine. It's all right. This will pass. My friend sent me a little funny the other day, and she says, this too shall pass. It might feel like a kidney stone, but it's going to pass. Like, thanks for that. All right. I kind of don't mind that that's poking up there, but we'll see. Okay. So now we have 2 top loading pockets. See, we have a pocket here and we have a pocket here. And now with this one, what we're going to do, and because I didn't use the ledger side on this one, I think I will on this one. So, we're going to fold this on itself as well, just to that score line again. Okay. Fold on your score mark. Okay. And then what we decide is, do we want it? Oh, see, I'm going to cut that butterfly off. It's okay. We can make this like an angled pocket. Okay. So I want to not glue that yet, because I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to just cut down this score line right here to however deep I want my pocket. Okay. And then I'm just going to probably use your cork backed ruler. If you do this, make sure it's a cork back ruler, because this can slide. We don't want to slide. I've said this before. So your cork backed ruler is not going to slide on you, okay? So no cut fingers, please. Let's always be careful with our stuff. Where did I end that? Right at that line. Okay. And I'm just going to come across here. How about no cut hands either when you put the blade out the wrong way? Let's just go about like that. I want it at an angle, but I don't want to have, I don't want to cut off my, to the corner, because then that's not going to be much of a pocket, right? Okay, so then we have these pieces to play with, which are going to be fun. Oh, and I don't have to lose my butterfly. Yay. Okay. And then let's just put a tiny notch in that. Doesn't have to be a big one, just a little notch, just to say, hey, I'm here. I'm a pocket too. Okay. And I appreciate everyone's grace again with my random filming. I don't know. I was looking at my analytics on YouTube this morning, and I'm just like, I do love sharing, and I love, interacting with you, but sometimes I just wonder if I should continue my channel or not. I just don't know. Because I'm not growing, and of course when we were gone, I can't expect to grow when I'm not putting out new content or whatever. That would be an unreasonable expectation, but I'm just not growing like I would like to grow. And I mean, I've been doing this for how long? And it's disheartening when you see, people have new channels and they're only a year or two old and they've got crazy amounts of subscribers. And don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful for those of you who have subscribed and that do support me and follow me, and I love you so much. It's just, it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, I do want that butterfly on here, so I think I'm going to cut this down and cut it straight across and just make a pocket on there. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Or I can do it on this side and make like a little double pocket. Let's do it. Let's do it. And if I cut on the inside of that score line, oh, Jody, cut a straight line. I'm not going to have to worry about it binding in the fold because it's going to be a little more narrow. You know, I cannot cut a straight line today, or most days, or circles. You guys know I can't cut a circle either. There we go. That's better. So much better. And I'm just going to take that to that corner. And really, you end up using your whole sheet of 12 by 12 paper, which is a really nice way to use it. And then once this is filled with journaling cards and stuff, you have a nice piece you can clip on the edge of a page, or you can obviously tuck into a pocket. You can do so much with it. And this will get more embellishment at some point, I would imagine. We'll do something else to it. Maybe we'll add some lace to it or something, but not there yet. I don't know. I haven't even uncovered my sewing machine since I've gotten home, and I want to sew in this journal. Ooh, I know what I was gonna do on this video. It'll be the next video. It's too much for this video. I watched an Artie Mays video, and it's part of her like 100-day project that she's doing, and I don't know which video she started the book page in, but this one she did like blue, so she had just sewed her book page, and then she was, I don't know, I guess she's building a blue journal, I don't know, and anyway, and she was adding like ink to it, and it was so pretty, and I thought, well, that would be a fun way to add some color to our pages. You know what I did? You know what I'm going to do with this one? I think I'm going to, well, I need to trim that down because it's overlapping, but I can do that off screen while I'm doing it, so just bear with me. But anyway, so I think we'll do that in the next video, and it'll be a little bit of a messy play. It'll be fun. And then I'm just going to just notch that out just a little more. Oof. And that way, regardless of what side we're looking at, we can see that that's a pocket. I should have inked all those folds before I glued. Shoulda, shoulda, shoulda. Okay, so then we have this one too that actually, I think we might, I don't really want to cover that. I don't really want to cover that. We could put a little belly band on this one, and then we could just put a tag in there. That would be kind of cute. Or I'll just put another pocket on there, or we just leave it and make a decision later. Okay, I'll put that in my little bin here. Is gonna be like my ephemera pieces. I've got some scraps in there that we can use. You know, I fussy cut. Oh, that little butterfly would be cute on here. Okay. Well, maybe when I watch this again and listen to how much I'm rambling, I'll be like, oh yeah, I wanted to put that butterfly on there. Okay, my tip. Okay, so that's that. So then what happens is you have a little tag in here, a little tag in here, and a little tag in here, okay? And I actually don't know that I mind that, but we'll make a decision later. And I'm not gonna stuff the pockets right now, but it's ready to be decorated and stuffed. So we'll put that in our bin. And we'll review this again. Some of this paper, I do like it, but it's so busy. I mean, it's a really busy paper pad. So let's take that off there. And I'm not gonna glue it all. I'm just gonna review it with you. So hopefully my directions will be a little more clear. And there's, excuse me, that's the cat. That is the cat bugging me. Okay, so at 6 inches, okay, and that is at 6, so maybe this paper, sometimes paper pads are off, I don't know. Okay, and then we score it at 4 and 8 on both of them. Okay, so 6 inches, you score it at 4. You score it at 8 on both of them. And you know, I said you could use a 6x6 paper pad, and I think you could. What would be cool about that is, do I have a 6-inch that would match this journal? I do not. Hang on, let me see something. We're at 35 minutes, so hopefully I can do this really quickly. I did a 6x6 and I cut it at 3 inches. So what I was thinking on this is you would go 2 inches and 4 inches on this, because you're just evenly dividing your paper, so you could use any size you wanted. And for people who like to make tiny things, like, you know, Corey is always making tiny things on Creating with Scraps, Corey Dahlman. She's always making little bitty things. So, okay, so this one is scored at 4 and 8, right? Because it's our 12-inch paper. This one's scored at 2 and 4 because it's a 6-inch paper. So this one, this is not double-sided paper, which is going to make this easier, I think, as far as that goes. I'll ink it when I'm done, but I do need the smaller hole punch. Circle punch, not hole punch, circle punch. Okay, so this one, get our folds, and we're in our score line here, right? So, oh yeah, this is gonna be so cute. I do have a boho journal that I'm collecting for, so I'll just pop this in the boho journal. It'll be fine. Okay, so this one, just gonna be so tiny and adorable. Oh my gosh, I know, squirrel, this is my problem. But because I said you can do it, oops, with 6-inch paper, I should probably try it and see how it works, right? Like, am I telling you true? Can you really? And how will it work out, right? Okay, well, that's about as straight as the other one, Jody. I'd really like to get a new cutter. And I probably should be wearing my glasses, right? That would be so helpful. All right, so we'll just trim that. Just trim it. I'm gonna have to trim the whole thing, but I'll trim to there for right now. And then this one we'll do this way. Okay, I'm gonna trim that off. Let me just line that up. Oh, I know what we'll do. Wait. Oh. I've had coffee, I'm doing laundry, I have vacuumed my floors. I have to go over to my in-laws today and try to help do some cleanup over there. They don't really have anybody that's helping them clean right now, so I pretty much cut my thumb notch off there, but that's okay. I'll just make this one a little bit bigger. It's me cutting. It's my cutting. I'm the one being crooked. I don't usually get so crooked with my Fiskars, but I really don't particularly like that one. But I don't want to, I have a big guillotine chopper up in the attic from cutting papers to make my notebooks and stuff, but I don't really have room for that in here. Although, let me tell you, you can get some really good straight cuts with that thing. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. It's so cute. And this one, so we know it will work. So your distance, I mean, you could put little like 1.5-inch tags in there with no problem, or even like 1 3/4 inch probably with no issue. And then that would be so cute on the side of a page or clipped, you know, clipped to your page or whatever. So you can do it with a 6x6, okay? I just wanted to see kind of how it would work and what it would look like. This is very busy paper, so hopefully that's not hard on your eyes. Okay, so for 6x6, you'll cut the 6x6 in half at 3 inches, score it at 2, score it at 4, okay? On the 12-inch paper, you're cutting it down to 6 inches, you're scoring it at 4, you're scoring it at 8, okay? And then you're just gluing to that first score line for this pocket, and this is where it matters if you've cut crooked or not, just on this pocket, because this one you're folding onto itself, on this side you're folding onto itself. So this is the main one that matters. Okay, so if you have any questions about that or you need me to review that, I can do that. I can do that in the next video. Just leave me a comment, let me know, like, hey, you were talking 100 miles an hour and I need you to review those instructions. So I do hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for your continued support, for those of you who have continued to support me, and some of you have been with me a really long time. I really appreciate it so very much. And when we come back on the next video, I'm going to gesso some of these book pages, and we're just gonna play with some inks. So get your signatures built. Make yourself a little pocket to have ready to go if that's something that you want to do. And yeah, be ready to play. I think we're gonna play in the next video, a little more so than what we've been doing. Okay, thanks for joining me. Bye.